Hey y'all, welcome back. All right, let's go ahead and dive in and see what Divine Holy Spirit has for the collective. You guys, the cards are all upright and in order by way of major arcana and through the elements. And yes, I'm still biting off my gel nail. All right, Divine Holy Spirit, what do you have for the collective? What does the collective need to know and be made aware of at this time? All right, so I heard shift and then slow moving process. But I feel like it's congratulatory for, you being patient and waiting and, enduring and just going with the program. Whatever instructions you received from Divine Holy Spirit, you definitely took precaution and allowed Spirit to lead you. So I feel like that's what this is dealing with here. We have the Hangman showing up in the pre-shuffle in the reverse. So decisions been made, life-changing, alternating this energy of a decision. That was a lot. All right, thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, for coming back to join me once again. I appreciate your donations as well. Thank you so much for all that you do to support. All righty. You guys, we are over the peak of things now. So now that we're coming down off of this mountain, I feel like we're kind of joining hands now as we, propel forward in this, I don't want to use the word decline because, that's perceived as negative, but this sort of decline is momentous is what I'm hearing. So it's almost like being in that marathon and, the closer you get to the finish line, the louder the cheers get. But it's like the collective of us just cheering each other on with that joining of hands energy. That feels so amazing. For a journey that you thought with the experiences that you went through that you were alone, only to come to find out there were other people running this marathon of a race, had to climb that mountain, get to the pink peak, and now come down, like forward, not go backwards down, but forward down the mountain. Yeah, that's the energy, y'all. That's the total vibes here. Let's see what's going on. Thank you, Spirit, for that. All right, so I've obviously shuffled enough here. Let's go ahead and cut and let's get into it. Yeah, the cheers are getting louder, y'all. So this could be your ancestors, your guides. They're cheering you on here. They're high-fiving each other and, This feels amazing, y'all. All right. At the bottom of the deck, we have a defeated Queen of Wands energy. Let's just call it what it is, y'all. Like front and center, they've been called out. We know who you are. We know what you've been up to, Queen of Wands. So now you get to watch us run this victory lap. But not only just us, it's for the whole entire cause of a collection that you and your cohorts have tried to come against. For the last time. It's a new world. It's a new earth now. So you guys get to watch all this. I don't know if y'all are going to collectively stand together like we're collectively like holding hands toward the finish line. I don't know if y'all have that same energy though. But anyway, just grab a seat, Queen of Wands in the reverse. Spirit, tell me more about this Queen of Wands reverse. Yeah, so I'm hearing defeated. It's just, period. When I saw it, it just started coming. So that's just like extra double confirmation. This is a defeat, period. Tell me more about the Queen of Wands reverse, Spirit. I heard actually a casualty. So a casualty, that means like done, like destroyed, like no more. Casualty. So let me put it in perspective as like a casualty of death, because that's really how that goes. When death precedes casualty, it's like this person got in their own way. Like this is a direct result of their death. So we're about to get into this, y'all. I mean, everything has a period at the end of it for me today, right now in this energy, like just specifically now. All right, y'all. So we're talking about, so the Queen of Wands wanted to be the star of the show. So we're going to make the Queen of Wands just that in this reading. And we're basically going to roast this hoe. Doesn't have to be gender-based, but definitely if it's a dude, they have bitch-made tendencies, right? If it's an actual female, they want it to be you. That could be the same for the dude. They want it to be you as well. I mean, that's just sad. Like, where's their identity? Anyway, you guys, here we go. So right below this Queen of Wands reverse, we have, I see the Four of Pentacles. So in this position, the Four of Pentacles has to do with coveting. And I'm hearing wanting to remain. So this is someone who still, as you join hand with the force of the collective of like-minded individuals who have traveled a similar journey as yours, headed toward that finish line, they're still trying to cut in to try to break the union of the hands joining to try to join in, but it's not working. That bond, that link is unbreakable with that collective now. And they see this, but it's not going to stop them from trying to cloak them own selves and say, I'm one of you guys, you know, let me join in, you know. Y'all know what I'm saying about, you know, when you were back in grade school or whatever, and you saw your friends holding hands, or the teacher told you to join in a circle, grab hands, but then there's that one straggler who was probably tying their shoe at the time or something and missed the instructions, and they look up and, you know, everyone's left them and they're joining hands. So then they try to cut in between you and your friend, and you're like, no, go that away, right? That's what this is. They're trying to get in where they fit in. But I don't even know who allowed these people in. But okay, so since they wanted to be the star, I'm being reminded. So it's just more of that physical process of the action-oriented Queen of Wands energy to say, let me in there, and try to break the hands apart, to create some sort of all eyes on them, wanting to take whatever is yours to belong to them. It's like still right at the end, still trying to carry this thing through, y'all. So that possessive energy is still all over them. And I got all of that just now with this Four of Pentacles. They still want to be included, even though they know that this doesn't belong to them. The Queen of Wands, you represent wands. Like, you don't represent the pentacles. The pentacles belong to the collective, but here they come. I need that from you, fam. And we're like, you can try, but I mean, you're going to just make a fool and an ass out of yourself, because this bond that we have with each other in the collective on our way to the finish line is unbreakable. So that's the Four of Pentacles, y'all. So behind the Four of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups. Y'all, we're on the way. We are there. It's the 10. It's completion. Like, the finish line is right there. Like, there's nothing else that needs to be done except for us to just physically walk toward the finish line. No more obstacles, no more running dogs, vicious dogs trying to bite us, no more looking over our shoulders. We're now joining hands, like we have each other's backs at this point. So we're looking out for one another at this point, you guys. So there's like no way any unnatural, foreign, unidentified object can enter into this circle without us all knowing as a collective. Like, that's what's happening here, you guys. Behind the Ten of Cups, we have the Eight of Cups reverse. Let me see what's going on with the Eight of... Well, I mean, okay, so this is hard for this Queen of Wands reverse to take defeat. Because I don't know if this is like actually happened to you in the 3D, to where they're coming in. They may not be saying, I'm sorry. They may not be asking for forgiveness, but this is more about them not letting you go. But it's them bringing their emotional baggage to you. And it's like, I didn't ask for this. Like, I don't even know why you're here. What even made you want to show up now, Queen of Wands reverse? Because, you know, we know the Eight of Cups as walking away, but in the reverse, they're unable to walk away. So that's why they showed up, like taking this physical action to actually show up and then try to do something to break that bond. But it's like, are you serious? Like, you really think I'm going to disengage with, you know, my collective, my whoever this is that I'm joining hands with? The joining of the hands could be just you just solidifying this relationship, confirming that if nobody has me, my spirit team has me. I don't need anybody in the 3D really, except for who I'm supposed to be responsible for in this lifetime. That's period it. Like anybody else can get cut off at the blink of an eye at this point because they don't really matter to me. That's the sentiment here. It's like you already know who's for you and who's against you, but you had to go through this process just now to realize who was really actually for you and who really wasn't. Just because they wore a certain title in your life, mom, dad, brother, sister, cousin, now you really know who really F's with you at this point before you cross this finish line. Like the cutoff game is strong. I'll say all that to say. But here we are, Queen of Wands reverse. So they showed up to try to cause some sort of disengagement energy of breaking that chain, of you joining in with the collective, with your spirit team, solidifying relationships with the higher realms. They tried to come break that, but they couldn't. That Four of Pentacles energy is strong. All right, y'all, I feel like I could stop the reading right there, but let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's see what's next to this Queen of Wands. I'm going to turn these cards over, but I'm sensing a mirroring energy here already because I'm debating how to turn the cards over just based on when I turn them over, the position from the top to the bottom, even though they're on the side. That's already like messing with me right now. Normally it wouldn't. So this definitely feels like a mirrored sort of energy. So let me just turn these over like so. So I'll spread them out how they would have been if they were upright, to not lose this order or this mirroring energy that's going on here. Here we are, y'all. Let's talk about the plight of this Queen of Wands reverse and why they're about, either they've been sent on their way packing or they're about to be. Because, you know, we are a collective, but I don't know where you are in this, but just know that, you know, this is a great possibility here that this Queen of Wands did actually show up like that. I remember mentioning like a last minute ditch effort to get to you. So possibly that's already passed for you, collective. All right, y'all. So they shouldn't have signed that deal with the devil. Let's just get into it. 5 of Cups right next to the devil card energy. Yeah, there's full remorse. They know they're in debt now to this demonic entity that took over their reins of their own life. Like they didn't even have control of their own lives. Like, and they show up to the finish line energy, like, and we're like, who are you again? Like, you're not even the same person we met originally from day one. Like something, like that person's gone. So when you see them, it's like, and you hear them, it's like, it sounds like them, but that's not them. Like, I'm not going to be fooled by this demonic energy here. But that's a 5 of Cups wanting to come in and tell you how bad it's been and blah, 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 blah. And you're like, yeah, that's you, collective. Like, you don't know what the F to say to them. So yeah, it's just one of those things. If they could kind of get you out of the house, it's like, well, you don't know what in the world to say. First of all, you know you're not interacting with the real person. You're interacting with a host, with an agent at this point. So it's talking to a complete stranger, really. But this person's really wanting you to show some sort of sign that you care, and it's like you don't. Behind the devil card energy, we have the 4 of Cups. Y'all, look at all the cups, y'all. Look at the cups. Now they find emotions, but it's like the kind of emotions to where you're like, this is not warranted. It's not I didn't ask for this to come to my doorstep. So why is it here? And why now? Well, you know why. Because, Divine had to go ahead and say, well, Divine, before you pass this finish line, this is probably the last contact you're going to have with this person. So I think we should just allow them, if they want to come, if they feel, if they feel it like that they could come to you and, get the battery in their back. Let's just let them show up. They're not going to harm you. This is what Holy Spirit's telling you. They're not going to touch you. Don't worry about it. You won't have to call the cops on them this time. You won't have to worry about them not leaving your home once you let them in. You don't have to worry about that. But just let them come and see what it is. And I'm hearing, I'm going to make them beg. So this could be present tense. It could be past tense. It could be just about to happen. If not tonight, tomorrow. Spirit needed you to have that one last, or for them to be able to have one last look at you before you cross that finish line, because they're not going to be able to access you, period, after that. So I don't know if that's like the physical or the spiritual energy or both. They will not have access to you, period. So this is the Four of Cups. It's a little too late for all these apologize. I wanted to say apologizing and the lies combined with that. Apologize. I just made a word. Yeah, it's too late, too late, too late, too late. Because it's still connected to this demonic energy. Like this person is not themselves. And with the emotions out here, like with representation of the cups, you guys, it's like you can't even be fooled. Like once upon a time, you would have fell for this. But now it's like, it's despicable. You don't even want this person touching you at this point. Because you understand the seriousness of what's happening. Like the transference of demonic entities from one person to another, one vessel to the other. You understand this now, and it's so real, so serious with you. But they want you to lighten up. They want you to know it's not that serious, right? Well, that's where they went wrong, okay? Like, and it's like you can't even tell them this because they're somewhere else. And plus they had a mission and mission failed. They should have aborted that, but they didn't. They carried it on through. God allowed them to come on through. Okay, you probably going to make it worse on yourself is what Spirit says, but go ahead. You've not listened to any of my other warnings, so come on, bring your ass. Come on. Let's just hope they make it back to where they came from safely, right? Here's the Seven of Wands. So, I mean, same energy, them just wanting to remain on some sort of stability here, even though they have all these actions coming back toward them, which I look at as karma. But here they are thinking they still got one shot with collective. That's what brought their monkey behind back here. Only to be humiliated. Only to make things worse. Next to that, we have the Two of Wands. So they were looking at some sort of opportunity. I mean, that's obvious, you guys. With the wands, the actions. Let me go see. Let me go see if I can open that door. And this is possibly somebody who you wouldn't allow inside of your home. Like once upon a time they could, but now, no, hell no. Like you don't even want to see them approaching your door. Like, no, like why are you here? And they know this. So I'm hearing just to keep your stance. For those of you who know this is headed your way, if that sounded like you, your scenario with your ex-person, just know that this is applying. Yeah, whatever this is they're spilling out, I'm a changed person, look at me. And you're looking at this person, it's like they look like a former shell of themselves, number one. But you're not even basing things on the physical. It's like you feel it, like something's not right. Something's wrong here, and something is going to continue to worsen here. That's key. But that last ditch effort, they showed up. They made it worse for themselves when they showed up. Look at the Two of Swords. I mean, the Three of Swords, y'all. Look at this. They can't go to the left or to the right to escape this heartache right here with this Three of Swords. There's nowhere they can turn to have some sort of relief from this heartache that they're experiencing. Coming to see you and see that you're not phased and you didn't take them back. You didn't fall for the 1-2, the okie doke, made it worse. They shouldn't have came, y'all. We have the Emperor here. Why can't that be me? That's what I'm hearing. Why can't that be me? I told you they can't go to the left or the right to get relief. So now they're plagued with the idea of, where did I go wrong? And it's like this is why you don't mess with this person. You don't even bother to waste your time or energy with this person, because they never get it. They're never going to get it. There's nothing you can say to them. Even if you want to try to tell them about, the spirituality 101, ground yourself, go outside barefoot, take a deep breath, roll over in the grass if you have to. Act like when your feet are planted on the bare earth, that there are roots traveling down from the bottom of your feet to the center core of the earth. You wouldn't even waste your breath with that at this point, because you know this person's gone. They're gone. You're talking to an entity. That's how you need to look at this person, for those of you all who are struggling. It's like but there's just something still you just cannot resist with this devil energy with them. You're flirting with a demon. Take it from them. They know. Look at them. You want to change places with them? They would love to have your seat, because you're showing up as an emperor here. They would love that. They don't have full access to this emperor and all the goings on with this emperor, because you're not telling them anything. They can't spy on you like they used to. They can't get intel like they used to see how well you really are doing. Even if you're just over there minding your business, that's more than enough than what they've been doing. They can't even sit still and do that. They're so consumed with what you have going on, coming up with all these tricks and plots and plans to try to one-up you. And that's what got them hemmed up. But as the Emperor energy, you have so much more going for you than this person even realizes. You probably don't even know, because we are approaching the finish line. Once that's done, I mean, what happens after you cross a finish line? Huh? People say, oh, okay, thanks. No. Bring out the trophies, bring out the reporters, bring out the cameras, the flashing, all eyes on you. Seriously. This person wants to be you so bad right now. I mean, right now, on your worst day, they would take that compared to their best day. Next to the Emperor, we have the Page of Wands. So, I mean, there's nothing that they'll be able to offer up. You're not offering anything to them. They know that. You can't even access the inside of they can't access the inside of your home to smell the good karma, dharma energy. They can't even get the grips of that, at least. Spirit, what else is going on with this Page of Wands? So I heard temptation. Temptation, you didn't take the bait. So that Page of Wands, I mean, that could have came by way of, because now I'm getting like a child energy with the Page of Wands. You didn't take the bait with something. In reference to a child, I'm getting an energy of shopping or buying or purchasing something for a child. Like possibly that was going to get them. There's a word that's trying to come up here. To try to get them, it's that relief energy, but redeem them in some sort of way, which would make sense if we're talking about a child you all share in common, and you know, this person wanting to possibly do something nice for the child to, you know, get your attention and, you know, your awareness. It didn't work. But that was a plan in itself that they are looking at was a total failure. So they possibly went above and beyond with what it is that they did or they purchased that didn't do a damn thing for you. They tried to flex on you. And of course you're like, you're not even sure if they should accept the gift. Like, I know I'm talking to somebody. Or somebodies. We're holding hands coming down off this mountain together, headed toward this finish line. I know I'm talking to at least 3 of y'all. Because look behind that, the Page of Wands, we have the Knight of Wands. They came in, tried to throw some confetti up in the air. Like, look at the confetti. Yeah. And then once the confetti falls, it's like, who gonna clean this shit up? Like you're not fazed. You're not impressed. And nothing impresses you with this person. But every time this Knight of Wands comes back in, it's a cover up because they never cleaned up the last visit. They're coming back like it's all brand new again, like they're a changed new person, but it's the same bullshit. It didn't work because now this time they tried to come through the child and do something spectacular with the child, and that didn't work. Behind the Knight of Wands is the Ace of Cups. And then after that, we have the Ten of Wands, which would be completion energy by way of actions. That's all we've been talking about. Pretty much our actions, this Queen of Wands reverse. So now I'm hearing that this Queen of Wands reverse set this up. So possibly your person by way of the Knight of Wands action, or, you know, that Knight of Wands would just, you know, symbolize them coming in and out. But I was thinking also that whoever's connected to them by way of this Knight of Wands was sent by this Queen of Wands reverse, the one who's doing witchcraft, spellcraft, bitchcraft. All of that good stuff. This is disgruntled energy right here. That's what I'm picking up. So they were sent by this Knight of Wands. Or the Queen of Wands sent this Knight of Wands, if they're not the same person. But you know, I did mention mirroring, and maybe that's why I mentioned the mirroring energy here. And the fact that they wanted to be you with that Emperor energy here. I'm hearing life force. You are a life force. You are a life force for these people. Possibly 2 individuals here by way of lovers or family members here. I'm hearing life essence as well. They were living off of you. These were leechers to the utmost. Leeches, like energetic leeches, bloodsuckers. The crazy part is, though, you had no interaction with these people. So how is it that they were able to still utilize your energy without even having any contact with them? But that's none of your never mind at this point. Because now you get back just due, is what I'm hearing. Just due. You get all of that back, and they lose everything they've ever taken from you and more. They're losing their health. Of course, the money's gone. They're losing their homes, their vehicles. They're losing everything while you're preparing to cross a finish line here. It's been a long, hard road. Ten of Wands. It's over. It's really over. Let's see what else we have here, you guys. So here's the Five of Wands. So I knew that they were coming in to cause some sort of conflict here, but of course it backfired because they were told not to even come. So I feel like this Five of Wands was potential energy to get you off track, but you didn't fall for it, collective. I know you didn't. You didn't fall for it. That's why they get sent home looking stupid with egg on their face. They should have never come. They were about to pick a fight with you. It was starting, but you didn't feed into it. I know. You didn't give into whatever it was that they were trying to lure you outside, because that's what it was. They were trying to get you to come outside. Because you know why? It was dark outside. And they could finish off whatever it was. Because the emotions were high with them, because that desperation, whatever that nighttime energy, whatever it was, that force had kicked in full gear, and they were ready to go. They were ready to answer the call. This Five of Wands could have turned into anything, to where you possibly would not have come back home that night. But it would have been part of their plan. I'm just seeing like a demonic energy just rubbing their hands together like this. You didn't play into it though. Let's see what else is here. We have the Wheel card reversed. We have the Page of Cups. Hopefully y'all can see that. Let me scoot them up. And then we have the Six of Cups reversed. Spirit, tell me more about this Wheel reverse. The Page of Cups. Okay, so I mean, I'm hearing someone beg for change, beg for money. So, I mean, I said they were losing homes. This person could be homeless, but they don't even realize the extent of the homelessness right now. Because the homelessness right now is they're able to go, sleep on a couch or sleep in their car, or go pay for a hotel room with, a little something that they have stored away. But the extent of this homelessness and that Wheel going in the reverse is them actually being those people on corners begging for money. I mean, this is the one who had risen so high that no one could tell them anything. On the way up, they snubbed so many people. They disrespected people, laughed at people, talked about people, spit on people, abused people, all of that. Just for them to rise up in whatever it is they were chasing, now only to be at the bottom. But that's not even the bottom. They haven't even seen the real bottom. The real bottom, they had eyes have not seen, ears have not heard. But collective, wow. Wow. I believe maybe 6 months ago, no, 4 is when it was really heavy. What a day when the tables will turn. Possibly you have been saying that for the past 8 years, but it was real heavy about 4 or 5 months ago. And here we are. Here we are, but they hadn't even seen the worst yet, is what I'm hearing. Spirit, please clarify the energy on the table. Let the cards fall as they may. Okay, the Poverty card came out, flipped over in the deck. I just pulled it out. Okay, anything else? Oh, there is, what is that? House card flipped out in the deck. Pulled it out on the table. Anything else, Spirit? All right. Bottom of the deck, false person. Boom. They got to live with that. They got to eat that. They got to enjoy that, right? On top of this, who sent you energy? Like, why are you here? We have the Poverty card and the House card. These two flipped over in the deck, but, that's pretty much the sentiment of what I was ending off with and what this is all about anyway. They tried to take all of these things from you only to have it taken from them. Toil and labor. They didn't want to do it. Like I said, somebody pushed them up to coming here. Somebody or something pushed them to coming here with this toil and labor energy. They didn't want to. They had warnings to leave you alone long time ago. They had warnings to not even come near you. They were spiritually trespassing at this point, but they did it anyway. So here we go. All right, over to the left, we have the despair card. So it's in the reverse, but I feel like for me, that just means that it gets worse. And that was the energy we were talking about here. And then we have the thoughts card. So you're not going to be accessible to them. And now with the thoughts card energy, it's like all they have is a picture that remains of you. Because physically, I feel like they're not going to be able to lay eyes on you anymore. And that could mean so many different things right now. But anyway, collective, let's continue to join hands and make it down off of this mountain. I feel like we're off of the mountain. We're just kind of walking on the flatlands toward the finish line. So yay. Yay for us. Hope this helps.